Hello! To those reading this forward, this is the journal of Mighty Armadillo. Enclosed in this book are my travel notes about the many places I visited across this great and amazing world we call Mobius. My dream is to be the first Mobian to travel all across this great and wide world of ours, visiting each country, zone, and every settlement in between. Hopefully with these notes, I may inspire you to travel to these places for yourself. Apotos, or as the locals pronounce it, Apotos, is the country of wine, beautiful seaside views, and amazing cuisine. The country rests on the seaside shore of the Great East Continent's peninsula, which borders the country of Spagonia further inland. The Windmill Coast Street is probably where you're going to spend most of your time in Apotos. It's certainly where I spend most of my time. The whitewashed brick and stone guide your way through the stalls of vendors and street performers just before leading into the cafe terrace. The smell of wine, pastries, and desserts fill the air as you'll make your way into the Flower Street and Bell Square. The street and square are decorated in the most beautiful assortment of, well, flowers. And in fact, all the streets of Apotos are lined with these beautiful pink and red bougainvillea blossoms. In the mornings and daytime, tourists can visit the sacred shrine to gaze at the mysterious hieroglyphics left behind by a civilization that lived on the peninsula millions of years ago. These ancient people built the monument in honor of their gods, Light and Dark Gaia, the spirits of the earth that brought life into the world, and the destroyer who ends all life. During the evening, the villagers, townsfolk, and tourists dine on the best-known dessert Apotos has to offer, the chocolate chip Sundae Supreme, a popular amongst vendors. This mix of chocolate and vanilla ice cream and assorted fruit, crisp wafers, and topped with hot fudge is absolutely to die for. I must say, though, my favorite activity in all of Apotos was watching the sun set over the well-known Windmill Isle, where the windmills pepper the shoreline that connects the inland to the sea. It's such a breathtaking and amazing sight to behold. I would say Apotos is one of the finest places I've ever set foot on. Out of all the places I've been, Mazuri is most definitely the most unique place, and the most open. Mazuri has its own continent to call home. The continent itself, also called Mazuri, is surrounded by 3 smaller islands that border it. Mazuri is mostly desert and harsh open sands, but if you travel down far enough, you'll find huge savannas, great plains as far as the eye can see, with an abundant variety of flora and fauna. While in my travels on the Mazuri and Savannah, I came across many small villages that call this humongous continent home. One village I stumbled upon in particular was shaded underneath a humongous baobab that the villagers called the Holy Tree. It was the centerpiece of their sacred shrine, and the people who lived there prayed to this tree as a means to communicate with the spirits of good harvest, growth, and the bonds of life. Most of the women, elders, and children stayed to tend to the village, while in the afternoon, the men go out hunting or scavenging for food. When they returned, they brought back antelope and a few small mammals. I myself am a vegetarian, so I didn't partake in any of the meat. But I absolutely munched down on the sweet mellow yam paste and bread that they had, a typical snack for the children of the village. Gathering around the fire pit to cook, the people told stories to entertain themselves. They shared many stories with me about their folklore. They spoke of warriors that fight in bands and wear masks as black as the night sky, and beasts that appear in the pitch blackness of night, hunting and terrorizing the local livestock. They also spoke of an island floating in the sky, embedded with a gem that contained the power of life itself. Kinda wonder what Knucklehead would think about that story. all in all, Mazuri is certainly an amazing place to take a safari. Just make sure to bring some sunscreen and a fly swatter. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked that video, give it a like and be sure to subscribe to my channel. And if you want to keep up to date with all the videos I make, be sure to hit the bell above the description. This is Big Blue VA, signing out.